welcome to Period Georgie. This is a side of me that I used to dread every month. I used to absolutely hate my period, but I've actually now, no pun intended, got into a better flow when it's my period. I've learned more about my body and I understand how it works, and I actually now really respect this time. I wouldn't say I actually look forward to it. It still is like a challenge sometimes, but I've found a way to get more in tune with my body and to respect it more, and I just understand a lot more about periods and what they actually are. So it's day 2 of my period, which is when it's more heavier and it's like properly started. Day 1 is usually a bit of a warm-up. It didn't used to be like this, but ever since I gave birth to Karma 6 years ago, my periods have been short and heavier, and usually day 2 is when it's like properly flowing out of my body. So I just really want to show you my whole day, like what I get up to when it's my period, how like I've changed my day to suit it, or my week should I say. And I just think it's a really important time for us to honor our bodies and to tune into our bodies more and like love and respect it. And so many of you have been asking for more period videos. I just thought, wow, we're doing daily vlogging this month. Why don't I actually just show you a day in the life on my period? So as you can see, I'm very, very bloated, which is normal. I feel very like awkward. I feel a little bit overwhelmed. Even like having to film this video, it feels like hard for my brain to like figure out. Like I'm like overthinking it too much, and I feel like I haven't got any structure going on in my brain. That's really, really like normal as well when it's your period, that you kind of find things more difficult mentally. I feel a lot more emotional. I feel more just vulnerable. And I think that's why it's important that when it's your period that you just tackle your days a little bit differently if you can. Obviously, as being a mum of 4, it's quite tricky. I can't just go and lay down in bed and like snuggle up on a sofa, but here's some of the things that I've started to do, and it's made a real big difference. So first of all, in the morning, after I've obviously sorted Karma and Co out, they've had breakfast, now I can focus on me a little bit. So when it's my period, I'm really, really bloated, so I really want to sort out, I really want to help the bloating and the sluggish feeling I might have with some body brushing. I have been into body brushing for a couple of years. I go in and out of like the habit. Like I don't always stick to it, but for the last month, I've been doing it religiously every morning. It takes about 5 minutes up of my time, but it's time for me, and I really like that. It makes me feel good knowing that I'm doing something for me, because especially as mums or women, we're always like giving our energy out to other people, and we really give it back to ourselves. So body brush is not only good for your lymphatic system and your health, and it's like makes your skin look more healthy and glowing, but it also mentally, emotionally makes you feel like you've nurtured yourself in some way. And I've got a copper body brush here, and it's actually the copper inside. It helps stimulate your skin, and if you believe in like auras and chi, things like that, also it can help with your energy system, and it can put, I think from what I've read even, it can oxygenate your skin more, and I just love how nice it feels. So I always start with the bottom of my foot, and I just do little gentle angel strikes. It's really important to do gentle strikes because your lymphatic flow is just underneath the skin. But if you've ever had a lymphatic massage before, a proper one, the massage is really gentle and like tickly. They don't press that hard on you because they're trying to move the lymph flow underneath your skin. It's not like a deep tissue massage. So always remember to do angel strikes like that, as if you were doing on a baby. And I'm a heavy-handed person, so I always have to remember not to go too heavy. And you work your way up towards your heart. I could do another video or a reel showing you more detail of the technique of body brushing, because there is a little bit of a knack to it. But sometimes just go with what feels good. Even if you're doing it a little bit wrong, it's still going to exfoliate your skin, and it's still calming and soothing. I always still do it on my face because my face can get quite bloated with the change of my hormones. So I love doing it on my face. So with the body brushing, you work up towards your heart, but when you're doing your face, you want to work downwards towards your heart. Everything's like flowing towards the heart. And this like helps stimulate the lymphatic system, helps circulation, and it just makes you feel really, really good. So I'd definitely recommend, for any of you out here, just try some body brushing. It's an ancient practice, and it's just, I don't know, it just feels so feminine and like you're in your self-care era when you do it. Does that make sense? Every morning, whether it's my period or not, I love going on our Rebounder. We bought this last summer, and it's been the best thing that we've ever bought. I just love it so much. I first found out about Rebounding when I was like, I don't know, in my 20s. And I heard that it was good for your lymphatic system, but then I've never ended up getting one before. And then about a year ago, like last summer, I saw on Instagram, there's like a short clip of a Barbara O'Neill talk, and she's talking about how Rebounders are really good for your lymphatic system. Like when the action of jumping up and down opens up your lymph nodes and then closes them, and it's just really, really good for getting that system in your body moving, because basically your circulatory system, like our blood, it has a pump from the heart, but apparently our lymphatic system doesn't, and only movement and deep, proper, correct breathing can help your lymph flow. So like jumping up on a trampoline is really, really good for that. It's a whole new area that I really want to learn more about. I don't know too much about, well, I've got a lymph book downstairs that I read and I learned a lot from that, but I just feel like it's a really complex thing that we don't know much about. Like we don't often think about our lymphatic system, do we? So jumping up and down a trampoline is really good for that. It's also a really good form of fitness. It's really, really fun. I always put on like some of my favourite songs, and I just jump up and down for 10 minutes, and it's like you're dancing. It's really, really fun, and it's amazing for when it's your period, because when it is your period, our testosterone levels are lower. It's kind of the time of the month where we're kind of weaker, we're slower, and we've got to honour our bodies more. Like we're in our more feminine side, so when our testosterone levels are high and peaking, it's usually around our fertile period. But when it's your period, it's the opposite. So our masculine energy is lower right now. So doing heavy, intense workouts and pushing it physically isn't necessarily the best time to do it when it's your period. So rebounding is a low impact form of exercise. And if you haven't got much time, it's really amazing as well. So I just go on it every day for 10 minutes, especially when it's my period as well. And I think it helps with the bloating, it helps clear my head because my thoughts are going a bit more crazier when it's my period, and it just feels really, really good. It just feels really gentle, and it can lift your mood up as well, especially if you're listening to some of your favourite songs. So this is what I do every morning. It just feels really fun, and it just sets the tone for the rest of the day as well. Like I've done something for myself, I've moved my body. Honestly, I just feel physically and mentally greater for it. So I'm now going to do 10 minutes on here. Did you see my arm turn? Yeah. I'm now going to do 10 minutes on here, and then I'm going to show you some of the other things that I do to get ready, like all of my period products. After my shower, I'm going to get dressed. But first of all, obviously, I need to use or put on my period protection. So I absolutely love period pants, aka period knickers. These I've been using, well, ever since Koa was born, and I absolutely love them so much because it's kind of like a bit like free bleeding. Yeah. In a way, and I like that. It just feels natural and nice. So I have about 5 pairs of these different flows. I really like the boy short styles, they're my favourite. I usually always get them all in heavy flow, just so then I can use them for any part of my period. Although you can get thong ones, which are usually for light flow, by the way, if you didn't know that. So I do also have some tampons and some pads for emergency. So if all of my period pants are in the wash and I've been a bit slack at washing them, I will use pads, and these are organic cotton ones. And then for like emergencies, if like I'm swimming or wearing a super tight dress and it's like date night, I will wear a tampon, because period pants don't look that great under tight fitting clothes. Usually on my period though, I like wearing loose fitting clothes, so it's not an issue for me. And I just feel like when you wear period pants, it just feels so comfortable, especially at night time. So these are just in case. These are in the wash, and when I wash my period pants, I wash them on a cool, light, delicate setting, and I never add fabric conditioner because it can stop the fabric from working properly. These are like organic cotton, and these are from Modi Body. They do some really nice styles, and for teens as well, really like beautiful styles. I've also used Wuka before, they're very good as well. And talking about Wuka, I actually have learned a lot about period protection and like a lot of the chemicals that can be in mainstream tampons and pads. That's why I always go for organic. They are usually scent free, so there's no like perfumes going onto your lady bits. They're not coated like tampons, for instance, as they are placed inside our body. It's very, very important that what tampons you are buying aren't going to be containing like loads of chemicals. So with tampons, they usually, like the mainstream ones, they usually like coat them with loads of different chemicals, and you absorb that all into your body, and that's just not good for you. Also, these are better for the environment as well. So I really like having these on standby. We actually have got a feminine care section on our Glowing Healthy site, and I've actually listed some pads and tampons in there which I used to use in the UK. They're actually a really, really fun brand. They actually look like a little packet of sweeties. They're really, really cool. And I am going to be adding on some of my favourite Modi Body period pants as well, which are all vegan as well, so they'll be going on there soonish as well. So check that out if you want to see. And so yeah, so I'm going to wear these today. I love them so much. And then I've got to plan like what kind of outfit I'm wearing, because I don't want it to be too tight and it can't be white as well. That's like really, really important. And we're probably going to be going for a walk, aren't we, Mia?
Yeah.
Today was actually meant to be the day that I'm going to the gym, and I'm actually going to honour my body today and listen to it. I really don't feel like going to the gym. Sometimes I do go to the gym and I do lift heavy because I just feel like it, but today I really, really don't. I feel like if I started lifting heavy weights, everything would just squelch out. So like quite literally.
Feel you.
Yeah, and just being around in that masculine environment, I'm just not digging it today. So going for a walk is a great alternative to like heavy, intense exercise. It can clear your head. You get out in nature. It's very, very nurturing. Because I usually have a childminder for 2 days a week, so I can go to the gym for a couple of hours. So we're going to go for a walk instead, aren't we, Mia, together? So I'm going to go and get dressed. So also, I've chosen a bright outfit to wear, to add in some colour to make me feel good, like colour therapy. So I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to be too tight or not, but I just thought that would brighten up. I bought this ages ago, Mia. I haven't worn it yet. Look at that colour. I got it from Sweaty Betty. I know, I hope that fits me. How comfortable these are. They're great. I love them. They're so cool. But also, guys, if you're interested in getting alternative like period like sanitary towels and tampons, in most chemists and like mainstream drugstores now, they have the organic alternative ones now, don't they? They're becoming more and more popular. So like in the UK, in Boots and Superdrug, you can find them. In the US, I'm pretty sure you can find them. And in supermarkets now, they're getting more and more popular. And I just, if you could do one thing to reduce toxins in your life, when it comes to us women, there are so many areas where we are targeted as females with toxins, and makeup, cosmetics, sanitary wear, so many things. And I think it's really, really important to try and eliminate some of those in your life. Like sometimes it can feel really, really overwhelming when you like learn about like a lot of things in the world can be harmful for you that we use on a daily basis. So rather than feeling overwhelmed or a bit like confused about what to do, I have slowly started to implement all of these things that we've learned over like the course of 10 years. And
yeah, it doesn't have to be an immediate change.
I didn't learn everything at once. It was all like gradual. And sometimes it can feel a bit overwhelming, but if you just take one step at a time, and I think if you switched like your tampons or you switch your sanitary towels over for a non-toxic organic ones, it would make such a huge difference, especially when it comes to like our intimate areas, because it can affect loads of things like fertility. It can like, it's really, really serious what all the toxins can do. So like, I just wanted to say that because I just feel like when I first learned about it, like it was quite shocking.
Yeah,
it was shocking, and it like can sometimes make you feel a bit unsettled, but it's not as complicated as what you think when you gradually do little steps. You know, it's just like that thing, like one little change a day. So yeah. And yeah, like I said, you can find them really easily, and I think it's such a great shift to make. Okay, that fits well. Does this look stupid? Do I look like a highlighter?
I mean, I would probably pair like one of the other colour with a more grounding colour, but I mean, you look cool.
I like it.
If that's what you want to go for, do it.
I'm like a watermelon right now.
You look cool.
So, well, I've just had a shower. I've done all those little self-care practices, and in total, the rebounder and the body brushing takes up to 15 minutes. That's all. So now I'm going to start my day off with something very bright and colourful. I'm going to go and show you. Darren's not here to make it because him and Sienna are on a trip, so I'm going to have to make it myself. But this gives me a little bit of energy boost without too much energy. Instead of drinking coffee, I drink matcha, which if you don't know what that is, it is coffee's chilled hippie sister. No, seriously, it is actually coffee's chilled hippie sister, but it's made out of ground up green tea leaves. And it's this gorgeous green colour. That's why I'm saying it's really bright. It's like my skirt. And I swear, I used to drink coffee in the past, and I absolutely love the taste of coffee. I love the smell of it. I love the ritual. Whenever I go in a coffee shop, I just love it so much. It's one of my favourite flavours in the world, but it just doesn't agree with me, especially with my sensitive female hormones. Like, our bodies are really complex as women. We have all different cycles throughout the month. Our hormones are changing constantly, and sometimes the way the world works, it doesn't always fit in with our body. And like people, for instance, there's a big culture of stay up really late, push hard, work hard all through the day, just down loads of coffee, and that can really, really affect your hormones. It can give you irregular periods, it can give you extra period cramps, it can just make us really stressed and out of balance. And drinking coffee actually can elevate your cortisol levels, and during your period you actually want to be lowering them. You want to be, that's why I keep saying listening to your body and just trying to slow down if you can, and trying to eliminate any things that can be causing stress. Obviously I can't like eliminate calm and care out of my life for my period and they, you know, like looking after children is like hard work. And like you can't like obviously eliminate work necessarily, but there's extra things in your day that you could be doing that could be increasing your stress. And for me, coffee was one of those things. So once I quit it, I just felt so much better, so much calmer. It reduced my anxiety, and I just feel like it's balanced out my hormones way more. Like Darren always says this, coffee is borrowed energy from the future, and especially for women. So I think some people can metabolize coffee differently, and maybe for me, I'm quite a high energy person.
Coffee affects me the same as it does you.
Yeah,
as well.
it does.
It makes me super, like, I don't feel good.
But from all there's a lot of studies saying like the coffee beans in themselves have antioxidants and that can be good for longevity, but there's a lot of things to show how it can flood your body with all these stress hormones, and I just don't think having those elevated hormones from coffee is good, especially when it's your period. So Darren usually makes my matcha latte in the morning, and I'm going to be making it for myself today. And it's quite simple. It's a bit like making a latte with a coffee. And hang on, so what I make it with soya milk. Sometimes I use a milk frother, but it's in the dishwasher right now. And we actually have a milk frother combined with a milk heater. What's it called? Yeah, milk heater. Is that right?
Yeah.
Milk
Steam
heater.
milk.
Yeah, and that's coming in the post. We're just waiting for that to turn up. So you can actually overdo it with matcha. There is actually less is more. If I put too much matcha in it, that can be quite stimulating. But unlike matcha does have caffeine in it, but it's got L-theanine in it as well, which gives it that calming effect. So it's stimulating but calming at the same time. And it's very, very popular in Japan. And Japanese people do tend to have longer lives. They age better, and like women in Japan also don't have any menopausal symptoms, so I feel like their hormones are way more balanced. And it could be like the fact that they drink matcha, not coffee, could contribute to that. You don't know. There's lots of other things that they do in Japan as well, don't they, Mia?
Yeah.
Japan is one of those countries where there's a lot of contradictions, because also in Japan people can like suffer from extreme stress as well.
Yeah.
There is like two like sides of Japan, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Sorry guys, Darren usually does this for me, and he makes the best matcha ever, and I'm like the luckiest lady in the whole world. So I'm just going to whisk up the milk and the matcha together, make it all frothy.
It matches your skirt.
I know. No, seriously, when I've worn this outfit before, when we lived in London, I had more of a coral coloured top with it, and this lady stopped me in the street and went, "I love your outfit, it's so nice. You're like a watermelon." I did, I looked like a watermelon.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I always put this outfit together. I always clash the skirt with bright colours. Right, let's see how this comes out. Lovely, creamy, it's delicious. So if you haven't ever tried matcha, you should definitely give it a go, especially if you're finding that coffee's a bit too harsh for you, or if it's this time of the month. It's actually a really good substitute, but it still gives you that little bit of a lift and energy. Right, so now I'm going to get on with the day, and we're going to be going for a walk, aren't we, Mia? But
Yeah.
first of all, I do need to have breakfast. And so I'm going to show you what type of breakfast I have, which suits my hormones and balances it when I'm in my period. This satisfies all my cravings, but still is nourishing my body at the same time. Just got back from the shop because I needed to get some of the things for my breakfast. So I was so excited. I'll give you a little mini haul. I was really, really happy to see these strawberries in the shop. These are all organic, and look how big and juicy they are.
Wow, they look
So I'm
really
going to have them
good.
with my breakfast. Then I was really excited to see some new coconut yogurt in a glass jar. We've been trying to reduce the amount of plastics that we're consuming, so we've switched from drinking spring water out of plastic bottles. We now actually go and collect our own spring water once a week, and we collect it in glass bottles that we've like kept and recycled. That's one way we've done it. And then I just thought, every morning I have yogurt, and it's either soy yogurt or coconut yogurt. I've now just found this, but this is like really super thick and creamy. I can't wait to try it. So yeah, I'll show you my breakfast in a minute, and I'll show you like how it's good for when it's your period. Then I picked up some kimchi, which is fermented like vegetables. Kimchi is so delicious with all of
love it.
It's really, really good for your gut. So happy to see my favourite squash in there. This is what I add into my creamy miso stew when we have these, and it makes it like super cheesy and delicious. When we don't have these, the miso stew is still good, but the addition of pumpkin into it makes it amazing. I found some raw chocolate in the shop. Now, if you're getting cravings for chocolate when it's your period, it could be because you're low in magnesium, and I love raw chocolate. Raw chocolate is actually really, really good for you and nourishing. So when you eat, it's an opportunity to nourish your body. When you eat refined sugars and things like that, it actually depletes it. And it's really, really important that when it's your period, you're not depleting yourself even more, especially when you're losing blood. So raw chocolate is what I always go for. Raw, organic, and sweetened with like coconut sugar. Because also refined sugar can also elevate all your blood sugar levels and make you feel even more worse. Basically, it messes with your blood sugar levels and makes your mood more up and down because you get a high from the sugar. So refined sugar is sugar which is like really being processed, and then you get a crash, and you don't want to be having those crashes when you're in your period. You can also make your own raw chocolate. We've tried several times, but we don't always have time for that. So actually on Glowing Healthy, we've actually got listed our favorite raw chocolates. This is the best one that I can find here in Spain, but they don't have that much choice. But in the UK and in the US and maybe other parts of Europe, you can get some amazing chocolate. So On Bar is one of my favorite raw chocolates, and then also Hue, and they're actually listed on Glowing Healthy, so go and check that out if you want. It's actually chocolate which is good for you, like all the ingredients nourish your body, and I just love that. Like you don't need to deprive yourself of anything. Then I've got a little cookie cat. Well, actually Mia bought this.
Yeah, that's
I'll
mine.
be taking that. It's actually Mia's one of her favorite snacks. It's organic.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any refined sugar
made
in
with
it.
coconut sugar.
It's really, really good for you as well.
She's
So there
so
are
fun.
actually really nice, if you want snacks or little treats, there are some amazing things out there, and later on I'll show you some other things that I have when I'm getting cravings when it's my period, because I actually don't deny my body of it at all. And the fact that I'm going to show you my breakfast in a minute. Sorry, I'm just so excited about the strawberries. Then I've also come over here. I stocked up on some vegetables. Now usually Darren takes me to the grocery store once a week. He drives me there because I don't drive, and I'm able to get everything, so I had to only grab a few things. But I just picked up loads of sweet potatoes. We love having these mashed with our stews, and sweet potato is an amazing carbohydrate source. It's really full of beta carotene. It's really, really good for you. Helps your skin glow. It's really satisfying and comforting. Like if you mash it up or you bake it, it is delicious. If you're getting cravings for something sweet and carbs, sweet potato is your best friend. Full of vitamins and minerals and everything. It's just amazing. And then we quickly grab the papayas before they go, don't we? Me and Mia love papaya. You guys know, if you've been watching all the vlogs this month, how much I love it. These aren't ripe yet, so unfortunately I can't have one for today. Great for digestion, great for bloating, great for keeping you regular, great for making your skin glow. They're amazing. And ever since I've been eating them, since I've been here, I have noticed such an improvement in my bloating. I know today I've got a little bit of a bloat because of my period, but usually in the past, when it was my period, my bloating would be so extreme, and I would have bloating even when it wasn't my period. But since we've been here and I've been doing the castor oil pack in my belly button, I've been eating loads of fresh fruit and concentrating on things like papaya, I've noticed a huge difference in my bloating. So I feel really good about that, because that is one thing that I struggle with. And bloating also can be really linked to emotions and stress. And I feel like since we've left London as well, it's been a lot calmer here. Hasn't it? I don't think there's all the stimulation of the city around me, and I think that's probably helping a little bit as well. But I think what you eat, for me personally, what I eat makes the most dramatic difference on my bloating than anything else. And then I was so also excited to see, this might seem random, but I saw some parsnips in the shop, and I love parsnips. Very, very sweet. It's a root vegetable. If you're getting sweet cravings, parsnips are amazing. I also chop these up and put them in my stews in the Instant Pot, and these go all like creamy. They add another depth and creaminess and comfort to the dish. I was trying to say comfortness into it, and I love them so much. So yeah, like guys, fall in love with fruits and vegetables when it's your period. Lean into the ones that you crave the most. Like if you're getting, like once you discover fruits and vegetables and then you've tried them, then your body will start craving them. Like if I've never had sweet potatoes before, I wouldn't think when it's my period to crave sweet potatoes. So I now get cravings for fruits and vegetables, or desires for them, or whatever you want to call it. Like a craving sometimes can be your body's sign that it's asking for things like nutrients from things, but also can just be like, you know, you enjoy things, they taste amazing as well. So it's really fun to discover new fruits and vegetables, have a varied diet. So then when you're when it's your period, you know what foods are good for you and what you can lean into. Like for some people it might be loads of bananas, like a banana smoothie. For other people it might be loads of strawberries. You never know what it is, but for me it usually is like carbs and sweet things. Now, oh yeah, also I've got some tempeh, which is high in protein, and I add this into the stews. It's like our meat substitute. It's just naturally fermented soybeans. This comes from Asia. It's been around for hundreds or thousands of years, and it's really, really good for you. And then I've got a little toy mouse in there. So for my breakfast, when it's your period, you might be craving loads of things like sugars and things like that, but your hormones actually don't like having loads of sugars. When I talk about sugars, I'm talking about like refined sugars. What our hormones like and what our female bodies probably prefer when it's our period is actually high protein and high fat. When it's around your testosterone time, your testosterone peak, when you're ovulating, our bodies suit more carbs at that point. But it's funny though, we tend to feel like we want more carbs around this time. But once you actually nourish your body with all like these whole foods, then actually the cravings would go away. So for instance, for my breakfast, I'm going to be having some coconut yogurt, which is high in loads of nourishing healthy fats. And I have as much of it as I want. I'm not afraid of it being high in fat or high in calories. Fats are just treated differently in your body. So like I'm gonna be having as much of this as I want. It is very, very super thick and creamy. It's actually made out of coconut cream, and then it's been naturally thickened up with things like tapioca starch, which is natural. So you can spread it out like that. It's very thick and creamy. I might add a tiny little bit more in. For protein, I'm going to be adding in some of my favourite protein powder, Viva Life. This gives it another flavour and also adds protein into it. So I'm going to add a scoop in there. And then I'm going to mix it up. And then once I've done this, I'm going to show you all the toppings and things that I put on it, because I'm just going to try and make this look pretty. When it comes to my toppings, I have as much fruit as I want, as much as I fancy. So this is where my carbs are going to be coming from, but it's not necessarily like a carb like oats or potatoes or pastries or anything like that. So fruits are really good for your blood sugar levels, in my opinion, and I feel like they're just a really nice natural source of sugar without spiking your blood sugar levels up, because they're just full of fibre and things like that. So I have as much fruit as I want. It's kind of hard preparing this and like recording and making it look good. Normally I'm like, also today it's a really cloudy, overcast day, isn't it, Mia?
Yeah.
It's really weird. Yesterday was amazing, and now it kind of reminds me of like in the UK, and it kind of makes you feel a little bit like
brain foggy.
Brain foggy. It's really, really weird. Also, it's my period as well, which gives me a bit of brain fog. And then I've got some kiwi. I'm obsessed with kiwi at the minute. It's really high in vitamin C, and it tastes so good, but you have to make sure they're ripened. Like when they're hard, they taste really sour and they kind of burn my tongue. So yeah, I have as much fruit as I want. I love it so much. But in the UK, when I couldn't always get fresh fruit, what I would do is I'd buy organic frozen berries, and then I'd defrost them. I'd take them out of the freezer like a little while before I'm going to use them. I'd let them defrost a bit. They're really good to have on standby in the freezer if you don't have fresh fruit. So yeah, that looks really good, doesn't it, Mia? That looks so
delicious.
Good. And then I'm going to add on some more healthy fats. So I love organic shelled hemp seeds. These are amazing. They are full of loads of like protein and loads of vitamins and minerals and healthy fat. Put loads in there. I don't like weigh anything out. I just go by what I feel like. Got some organic cashew butter here. And then also I've got some cacao nibs. And this is actually from the cocoa bean, which is the bean that makes chocolate. So I get a nice little bit of a chocolate hit like that. Now, is there anything else I normally add on to it? I can't think right now, but I feel like there's something else. But
Flaxseed?
Flaxseed, yeah. I add some flaxseed on it. And also I normally add on like a whole papaya. Like every morning I've been eating like a whole papaya. Oh, I love it so much. But I'm really happy with the strawberry and kiwi. But I must admit, papaya is my favourite. And some flaxseed. Now I put the flaxseed, I normally mix the flaxseed in it with the protein powder. And then now, so it kind of looks a little bit like I've covered up all the colours, but that is my breakfast bowl. Sometimes I'll have a protein bar with it as well, like a raw organic protein bar, not ones with all soy protein isolates in it or sugar and things like that. Sometimes protein bars can just be a candy bar, like a glorified candy bar. And it's got loads of like hidden like things in it which aren't that good for you. Or sometimes after breakfast I might then also eat like an apple or some extra nuts, or if I'm really craving something sweet I have some medjool dates. But I usually have medjool dates after dinner, and I'm going to show you my medjool dates and how much I love them. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It looks so good, doesn't it, Mia?
It looks delicious. It matches your outfit.
I know. Me and Mia are going for a lovely walk, walking next to the beautiful sea, all the fresh air, all the natural iodine in the air is really refreshing and calming. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then on the way we stopped off at a juice place. Mia got a smoothie, and then I am honestly still so full for my breakfast. Whenever I have a high fat breakfast,
it just makes, sometimes it's almost a bit too sickly.
Yeah, I know
Like
what you
with
mean.
coconut yogurt, sometimes if I have too much of it, it's sickly. But I feel really good. But I wanted to get a nice little drink. So I've got I love kombucha, by the way, guys. So I've got a curcuma and chili flavour one. I've never ever had kombucha with chili in it. Now curcumin is really good because it helps with inflammation and things like that. And chili does as well, I think, doesn't it? But anyway, I just more got it because it sounded a nice flavour.
Is it nice?
It's so good. So that scared me. I was like, why is someone screaming? It kind of tastes like earthy, but with a kick. It's really good. I actually really like it. So we're probably going to be doing, I don't know, an hour walk, and then we're going to get back.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't go to the gym sometimes, because I only go to the gym 2 times a week. So if I miss one of the sessions, sometimes it feels a bit of a shame. But you know, you only have one period once a month. And walking is honestly so underrated. It's so beneficial for you because it helps calm you down, it helps balance your hormones.
It is good exercise.
It doesn't overstress your body. If you go for like runs and things too often, well, I find for my own self, when I then come back from my run, I'm like really hungry and stressed out, and it kind of a bit counterproductive. When you go for walks, you never feel bad after a walk.
Yeah.
It's impossible. You can just take everything in a lot more. When you're walking, you're telling your body that everything's calm, everything's good. When you're running constantly, you're telling your body that, you know, you're in a panic and that. So I do like sprinting, and I do that about once a week. Well, I haven't done it for a long time since we've moved here, but I'm now going to start trying to do it again. Either hill sprints or some sprints from flat ground, and I basically do like 3 rounds or 3 laps, whatever you want to call it, 3 intervals, and that's it. So I'm not sprinting for a long time. The session probably takes like 10-15 minutes, and that's just a good enough stimulation for your body and for all your hormones to give it a boost and to make it adapt and get stronger. So short and intense for me now and then is better than like long and spread out. So yeah.
Friday night, and I am craving, we haven't had this in such a long time, chips and pizza, or should I say sweet potato wedges and a really healthy pizza. So whenever I get cravings for food, it usually is always for healthy food. I don't actually ever crave junk food, but I'm going to show you how to make like healthy pizza and healthy chips or / wedges if you're getting that craving. So for me, when I think of pizza, I'm never thinking of like a Domino's, anything in my head anyway. That's not what I'm actually craving, because once you start eating healthily, then your body and your gut bacteria only just starts craving healthy food. Like I can't remember the last time I've ever like wanted to buy a packet of crisps, or I wanted to buy fries or eat like anything unhealthy, just because like this is my new set point now, and I really, really enjoy it. It's actually really liberating once you don't have cravings for junk food anymore, because a lot of those foods are really ultra processed, like refined sugar is addictive, things like that. So all of my addictions for those things have kind of gone now, which is amazing. It feels really, really good just to kind of be free of that. So, but I just thought it'd be really, really helpful if I made something a bit off script, because it's the weekend. So usually during the week we have like 2 meals on cycles. So we'll have like paprika stew, or we'll have like the creamy miso stew. They're like my 2 favorite meals, and I love them, and they're all like really being well thought out and considered for the nutrition in it, and they're also really easy to make as well. So that's why I love it. But at the weekend we do like make different foods. Like I love experimenting and making some new Indian curries, or we'll have like chili Mexican night. But we haven't had this for such a long time where we've actually made some pizza.
Excited.
So I'm going to start off by making the chips / wedges. In the States, I think you call them fries. We call fries chips here in the UK.
We didn't have ice cream yet.
No, we haven't. And also we're going to be having ice cream for dessert as well. All of it's going to be like really, like I can't wait to show. I'm so excited for this. So I'm going to be making sweet potato wedges, because like I said earlier, sweet potatoes are really, really like comforting carb source. So perfect if you're on your period.
I love sweet potatoes. It's my favourite.
Do you think this is
ever.
enough to make some wedges, or should you make another lot?
Remember, it's just us though.
Yeah, it's us. Kara and Cam have just had a free
different.
dinner. Like they've had some leftovers as well because they were hungry. So we always have leftovers in the fridge if they want to eat. So, but I'm going to be making something else. You're going to have dinner number 2, guys.
Yeah, this is kind of like a second lunch for them.
Look how big this is.
That is a big food. That's what I'm saying. We'll probably only need 2. It's basically going to be like 1 each for us.
So I'm going to rinse all the skin, because I'm going to keep the skin on. I love rustic wedges.
Me too.
And then I'm just going to wash these and chop these up, and then I'll show you how I season them in that first as well before I put them in the oven.
Hello guys, I just stole the camera from Mum and Dad, and I just wanted, maybe we can have a little chat. So, I really want to show you what I did for Koa. I'm now going to do it for a surprise for him and throwing in his bedroom because isn't it so cute? I did the little man with only 4 teeth. It's a newborn baby. I wrote I love Koa and I did some stars and love hearts and butterflies. I actually sleep in Sienna's room for now because Sienna and Dad are in England because they went to the dentist. And I'm quite sad because we can't see them, but yeah, this is my bed for now on.
These beauties that I've prepared, they look gorgeous. You're right, that was actually a lot of potato.
Yeah.
I'm used to making a dinner for 6 people, so when it's just like 4 of us, and 2 of them are just like tiny people.
Yeah.
I'm not really used to it.
We're kind of missing, like we have to make 50% less because the amount that like Dad and Sienna eats combined probably is like roughly how much we eat because of how much Dad eats. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Sorry, you know what mums are like. Well, I guess I've got the oven heated up in like 200 degrees Celsius.
Is that coconut?
Yeah, and I've melted some coconut oil because coconut oil is really solid, so you can't really like coat all of the sweet potatoes evenly when it's solid. So I've melted the coconut oil, and the reason we use coconut oil is really good at being heated up at high temperatures. It's extra virgin coconut oil, and from all my own research and experience, this is the best oil to cook with, bake with. It's amazing.
Yeah, because it maintains its integrity even when it's heated up at a high
And this oil doesn't cause inflammation in your body like some other oils, like the seed oils can. And then I'm going to add in some sea salt. This sea salt is amazing.
Yummy.
This is Celtic sea salt. It's kind of wet and a greyish hue. It's one of the best salts in the world. We really love the brand by Ancient Purity. That's some of the best Celtic sea salt, isn't it? That we've had.
Very yummy.
And then I'm going to sprinkle on, in Spain they love paprika, and I love paprika too, so I've got some spicy paprika. This is great for putting on wedges and chips. It gives it, just enhances the flavour a bit. This is a bit picante as well, which means spicy. Picante. Why are you laughing? Is it because my Spanish is bad pronunciation?
No, it's just random.
And then I'm going to, this is the weird bit, I'm going to add, I've never done this before, but I've done it when I've made baked tofu. I'm going to sprinkle on some tapioca flour to give it like the wedges, like a coating. Because if you actually look at, when you go in the supermarket and you see like oven pre-prepared like
they do
wedges
have
and chips,
tapioca or something.
they have like, well no, they normally have like flour and gluten and like loads of additives and chemicals. But this is, I'm going to try and experiment and make it at home myself. So they have a nice crispy coating.
We'll see how this comes out. You've never done this before.
I've never done it before. You don't have to do this, okay?
Yeah, if you just make them like regular with like herbs
and sea salt.
like it's delicious.
Yeah, you don't need to do this, okay? So I don't know how this
Mum's
is
in her
come out.
chef mode,
Yeah, I'm really excited. So do you know what? This morning I felt really confused and disorientated, but since we've gone for that walk and we've had a bit of sun and fresh air, that sea air, I honestly feel so uplifted. I feel really good. I'm really glad that we went and did that walk, Mia.
This looks delicious. I can't wait to see them when they're cooked. It's going to be like a cool transformation of the sweet potato.
And then I'm going to show you the pizza bit. I just got to put these in first because these take a while to cook. Some people use, you can get actually now, you can get stainless steel non-stick air fryers. I've never used an air fryer before, but maybe that might be good for this. But you can actually get ones now where they're not coated in like
that's cool.
That non-stick stuff, which isn't good for you. We haven't used non-stick cookware for like years, for like 10 years or something. Wedges are looking good. Oh my goodness. You know they're looking good when it all steams out. So now I'm going to start preparing the pizzas. So for the bases, I saw these in an organic shop here and I thought I've just got to try them. These are lower carb cauliflower pizzas, organic and vegan. Now I didn't necessarily get them because they were low carb, but I just like the fact that they were vegan and gluten free. And I think they're made out of cauliflower, which is just amazing.
Really cool.
And then like some rice flour, I think. Everything is always in different languages here, so I'm always like trying to like decode French and Dutch and all things like that. Yeah, so I thought this would be great. So we can have a pizza each if you want, me, and then if you're hungry, they can have a slice as well. And then for the toppings, which is obviously the fun part, if you want to. Oh, by the way, if you want to make your own pizza dough, you can do that. You can actually make it really easily. Sometimes I make like a pastry crust pizza, so you can get some like gluten-free flour, some organic spelt flour, and you just mix it with a bit of coconut oil and water, and you can actually make your own pizza base. It's not really going to be a dough, but that is normally what I would do. Or you can just find gluten-free bases and things like that in the shop, or like you could look online for your own cauliflower one if you want, or if you're really pro, you can make your own sourdough though. That would be
yeah.
good. We don't have that much time though to do that today. So I've pre-soaked some. I'm going to show you 2 types of cheeses that you could do on a pizza. This is a slightly longer version, but it is actually quicker. I've just soaked some cashews and some Brazil nuts. I haven't weighed it out or anything. I've just gone by eye with some boiling hot water. And then I'm basically going to blend these up in the blender with some lemon, some olive oil, and then also some nutritional yeast. You don't have to use the nutritional yeast if you don't want to, but it does impart like a nice cheesy flavour, and you can find this in like health food stores. So this is like the whole food super natural version of making cheese. However, if you want to like cheat, you know, like if you want to be quicker, you can buy really nice vegan cheeses nowadays in health food stores. This one is by Violife, and the main ingredient is coconut oil, and it's not hydrogenated, so I actually quite like the fact that these are available everywhere and they're not full of hydrogenated oils. You can also get like cashew nut cheeses as well, and I would probably prefer to buy that over this, but they didn't have any in the shop. But Violife is actually quite good from what I've read about it. And then to go on top of the base of the pizza, I'm going to be using some red pesto. So I thought this is like gives it a nice tomatoey flavour, but then it's also got like loads of olive oil in it and like herbs and basil. So I just thought that was a really good hack. If that is not enough to cover it, I've also got some green pesto. So if you like green pesto, you could use that as the sauce on the base of your pizza.
Yummy.
Delicious. Then we've got some olives that we're going to put on top. And then we have also, for some protein, I'm going to make some nice mushrooms. So I'm going to fry them in some coconut oil. And I can start doing that. I'm going to fry them so they're all like shriveled up into nothing. Because that's what happens with mushrooms. And then I'm going to season them. And shiitake is like full of protein and it's really good for you. And I think that is everything, isn't it, Mia?
Yeah.
I might get some like, and we're also going to have a side salad with it and some greens. I think that would be really, really nice. But I'm really looking forward to having a little bit of pizza tonight. Darren and Sienna are going to be so jealous, aren't they?
Yeah.
Wow. Now I'm putting all the toppings on. Toppings time. Mia just made the cashew cheese, didn't you, Mia?
Yeah. I think it needs blending a tiny bit more, but it's pretty much done. Right,
so yeah, this pesto sauce smells so good. I can't describe how good it smells. I love that it's pesto and it's tomatoey. Right, so Karen, are you excited for pizza? Yeah? The wedges are finished, by the way. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're also going to make a garlic aioli dip to go with it, which is really good. So I'm now going to put the shiitakes on. This is a bit heavy. I thought I could do that as a one-handed job, I can't. So I cooked them in coconut oil and I put some more spicy paprika on top as well. Spicy paprika gives everything like a really nice flavour. Come out really nice now, like really meaty.
Oh, they look really good.
So if you don't like fake meat, like we're not fans of fake meat, we do avoid it. Well, we don't, it's not like that, we're trying not to eat it, we just don't like it.
I don't think it even tastes that good.
No, you can put tempeh on it, you can put tofu. You can put beans on it, like chickpeas if you want, but I think mushrooms go really nice. It's really nice to have like vegetables and pizza. And then we're going to have some olives. These have got a stone in them, haven't they, Mia?
Do you want me to chop them up?
Yeah, I mean we can do that with my hands.
Yeah, like that.
And then should we put the cashew cheese on before it goes in the oven as well?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, I love, these are Kalamata olives. If you've never tried them before, they are so good. They almost got like a cheesy flavour. They're really, really good. Yeah, so I'm just I'll carry on doing this for fam, and then I'll show you when they're a little bit more finished.
Here is the herbs.
But come on, Cara, do you want to sprinkle some oregano on? Get the individual leaves off, like this, I'll show you. Get each individual leaf and then just put some sprigs of oregano on. Oregano goes really nice with pizza and it's extra like.
And Cara said oregano tastes like pizza, so.
It does,
this
doesn't
one
it?
really tastes like pizza. I don't think so though.
Karen,
I just think it tastes like a normal herb.
These look delicious.
You picked the herbs from the garden, didn't you?
Yeah.
Aww.
Our garden, we have lots of herbs and greens and dinosaur kale.
You two have just been playing in the garden all day, haven't you?
Yeah.
There's loads of caterpillars in our garden. Like this is really weird, but there's like all different groups of caterpillars that have somehow hatched, and there's like there's six in each group, and they're all like walking in a line or like attached, like ducklings walking around. I don't know what they're doing, about to go and form into a chrysalis, or they've just hatched and they're now about to try and find some leaves. But it was really weird. They're all like spiky and furry as well, aren't they?
But we tried to show. We were gonna show. Sienna, but I was like, She's not here.
Yeah. Right, also Fitzbam, I'm going to show you how to make some garlic aioli. So with some of that yogurt left over from this morning, I'm going to use that. So you could use soya yogurt if you want, but I think coconut yogurt is really thick and creamy. Sorry, I keep having to get cutlery. And this is going to be the dip for our wedges.
Do you want some, Mum?
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay, I just mean the pizza.
And then I'm also going to put, if you don't have to do this by the way, this avocado we need juicing up. So I'm going to mash avocado up in it so we get even more healthy fats. This whole meal is full of nourishing fats. We never shy away from healthy fats. So there's all the extra virgin olive oil in the pesto. There's the cashews and Brazil nuts in the cheese. There's coconut oil in this dish from where I cooked and in the cheese. And then we're going to have like coconut yogurt with all like fats in that, and then the avocado, which is really nourishes your skin, and it also helps balance your hormones. And also fats also help you absorb vitamins from the food. So the fats that the healthy fats that we have from coconut, avocado, nuts. Yeah, I'll fill it up, darling. Also, if olives or mushrooms are not your thing, you can put anything you want on the pizza, by the way. You don't have to put that. You can put other vegetables.
Pineapple!
Pineapple? Anyone likes pineapple? What is your favourite topping? Let us know.
Mum, is it done? Because we can pick up.
Do you know what I
No,
yeah,
it hasn't been cooked yet.
No, we've got to melt all the toppings.
We haven't put the oven in the pizza in the oven yet.
We eat it like this.
No.
Take it upstairs and we'll enjoy it because the sun's out now. So I'm going to put some garlic in, of course, in the aioli. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
I'm like a little kid trying to say anemone when I say aioli.
Why is it not doing on bread?
And then also garlic is quite medicinal as well. So I've got a garlic crusher finally. Oh, by the way, here's the wedges. Come out amazing. Get the garlic crusher out. Do you think I should do 2 cloves of garlic, Mia?
Yeah, why not?
I just realised you don't necessarily have to peel when you're using a garlic crusher. Or do you actually? I think you do. So
You do.
I'll take that back. Ooh, I like it when all the juice comes out. That's what kind of gives all of this the flavour.
Wow, look at this, guys. Doesn't this look good?
So good.
Wow, I'm so happy. Wow, right. Do you want me to give you and Cara a bit? We've actually got some scissors. Does anybody else cut their pizza up with scissors?
Well, it's because we don't have a pizza knife.
Do I want scissors?
No, it's the same difference to cutting it with a knife. Can you pass me your lovely little plate, please? You can do a taste test first if you want, Cara.
Go on. If me and Mum's
plate,
pizza
Mama?
making skills are good.
Cara, pass me your plate as well. I will give you a better bit in a minute. Sorry, it's all falling to bits. I'm not very good at it.
I don't care.
About what it tastes
I
like.
haven't tried it yet, and I'm 10 out of 10 excited. Okay.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Don't forget we've got some wedges as well. Do you know I'm going to try a wedge as well?
Oh yeah. With the aioli, I'm so excited to try it. Yeah.
Incredible.
Is it good, Cara?
Aw.
It's salty and creamy. It's
I'm going to try a bit of
delicious.
the pizza as well.
Oh, it is salty. The Kalamata olives are salty, aren't they, in a nice way? Because the crust is really good as well.
I do not like mushrooms.
Oh, well, I'll eat them because I love them. More for me.
Well, Mum, would you
Oh,
like
this is hitting the spot. This is so good.
This is the best.
I want you to tuck it now, Mia.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a food baby going on here, just stroking it. That was so delicious, wasn't it, Mia?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel really, really stuffed from that.
Me
But there's
too.
always room for some sweet and dessert. So I'm going to be making some ice cream, our version of healthy ice cream. And we're going to be making it in the Ninja Creamy machine. So Darren pre-prepared this earlier. This is basically blended bananas with soy milk and also some protein powder. So you have to make like a mixture the day before. We've shown this a lot of times before on our vlog. If you haven't seen it, honestly, this is amazing.
Do you need to add a splash of milk?
Oh yeah. Before you put
you
it
do
in there,
it.
yeah, thank you, Mia.
I was like,
Thank you for being my brain today.
Yeah, I'm
so we
brain
added a
number
little
2.
splash of milk because we found that for us that makes it a little bit more like blended up there. Basically with the Ninja Creamy you find your own family recipe and your own mixture, your own ingredients. And then once you've found that, then like it's easier. So I'm going to pop that in here, twist it round, and then I'm going to put it on full. What? Turn it on. That would be helpful. Full, and then onto light ice cream, and then press start. Look at this.
Delicious.
Wow. Are you hungry?
Wow.
Yeah, so if you're getting cravings for ice cream, this hits. the spot.
Oh, we're going to have
Can you believe it's
dates on
just like
it.
bananas? We're not gonna
These
take
module
them.
dates don't have normal dates. Normal dates are still good, but module dates are incredible. They're all sweet and soft. They're incredible.
Yeah.
I think we
by
have a
the way-
Majul date fan in the
Yeah,
house.
if you're getting cravings for sweet, Majul Date hits the spot. Like by the time you've had 3, you've had enough. So if you want
Why do you keep saying that? Everything you keep saying, oh yeah, this hits the spot about everything.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
really
I
funny.
do keep saying it. Mm. So we're not on our period.
Especially
Majul dates are
rice.
amazing.
Do they hit the spot?
They help relax your muscles. Full of vitamins and minerals, and it's like having like toffee, isn't it?
Less
Yeah,
than
like
3,
caramel.
like 2.
I really wanted to show you these. I wasn't going to have these for dessert because I'm really full and I've got to eat that. But I just really wanted to show you.
And then you ended up eating one.
I wanted to show you a Majul Dates. We snack on these, don't we? After dinner for like, you know, something sweet. It's amazing. And then for ice cream, you can put toppings on if you want. And we love fruit on top, cacao nibs, what I had on my breakfast today. We're going to put raspberries on, aren't we?
Nice.
Looks
And
delicious.
a berry.
I feel like today, the food today has been amazing, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you for your help with dinner today. Right, so do you want to have
That's
the
right.
camera? Which one do you want? Do you want that one?
Yeah.
You have the medium and then... Do
Okay.
you want the biggest one, Mia?
Okay.
I didn't really... Oh dear. Are you...
It was just a spoon.
Come on, your ice cream.